Yesterday I did a video about choosing the new crop of low capacity micro higher caliber semi-autos compared to using a revolver. And I didn't want to really touch on that topic in that conversation because I was really more comparing the one type of platform to another. But I wanted to touch on it here about, are these guns even a good idea? Do they even make any sense? Now I understand that little tiny micro semi-autos like this, of course they make sense. You can stick this in your pocket. You can put it in a wallet holster and carry it in your back pocket. I'm extremely sensitive to pocket carry. I very seldomly find a gun that I can, but this gun, my Rohrball and my Sea Camper, the only guns I've ever been able to actually put in a rear wallet holster and stick in my back pocket and feel comfortable with the gun. And not only feel comfortable that I had a gun, that the gun wasn't bothering me physically to carry it, but mentally comfortable that I felt it was enough gun to be worth carrying. So it's not like a little 22 mini mag revolver, which doesn't make me feel psychologically comfortable. So when you get into the guns like this, though, when you get a little bigger, you've gotten a little more size on you, and you're still low capacity. You're 5 rounds in the magazine, 1 round in the chamber. You're only getting 6 shots out of this, and it's not that small. I mean, they are a lot smaller than the standard. But are they small enough to make them worth it? And does that lack of capacity kind of ruin the whole point of the gun? I mean, because compare that gun, this gun, to just say this gun. Not a huge difference here. I mean, carry-wise, something like this, and even my Glock 33, which is even a little bit smaller than this, a little shorter, is not that different than carrying this. You can really carry this just as easily as this. Thickness doesn't make that much of a difference to me. It's the lengths of the grips and stuff that matter. So you can see this grip's a little longer, so it'd be a little harder to carry, but it's not that big of a difference. Once you get to where you're okay with a couple of little bumps, you can carry this. And when you're carrying this, you're talking 13 rounds of 40 caliber ammunition here. So 13 rounds of 40 I think would be a lot more useful than 6 rounds of 45. Now when I say useful, I'm being a little disingenuous here, because I think as long as you got 2 or 3 rounds, you're probably going to serve most purposes, because we all know most defensive shootings involve 2 or less rounds. 3 is an abnormal amount of rounds for self-defense shooting. So are they worth it? Is there a point in making them? Is it just something? Is it just marketing? Is it just gimmicky? What is it? Or is there a point to these guns? They're not small enough to be like this. They're not a pocket gun like the P238 here. It's not going to just slide in your pocket. I mean, you're going to have to carry it like you do a traditional gun. Now, granted, it does give you that higher capacity. I mean, higher caliber. But like I said, I can get a higher caliber in a gun that's not much bigger with a lot more rounds, or I can get a revolver that's even more powerful in .357 Magnum that has similar amount of rounds. So they don't serve the same purposes of these. They don't serve the same purposes of these. And and they don't really beat these as far as power-wise. They're not as powerful as these. They're not as concealable as these. And they don't have the advantages of wieldability, which I don't know if that's actually a word, but how easy they are to wield, or a capacity that these have. So what do these guns really have? Do they have a little bit of every category that makes them worth it? Are they sort of powerful, have just enough rounds and just small enough to carry? Or do they have just enough of those things to make them worthwhile? Or are they just shy of those things to where they just really aren't worthwhile? Love to hear your opinions. I think it's a pretty good topic of discussion there, because we're seeing a lot of them lately and people seem to be going crazy about them. But is there a reason to be going crazy about them? Or are we just doing it because it's something new and we like something new? So like I say, that's the topic I wanted to talk about. So let's hear what you think. Are they worth it?